All right, we're live. Give me a second. I gotta get into YouTube and get the pop-up chat so I can chat with you guys. All right. Just watching Bruce Pender's video. All right. There's the pop-up chat. Just watching Bruce Pender's. Okay, bring up the pop-out. See if anyone's around. There's the pop-out. All right. Uh-oh. Doc's here. Oh, I know what's doing up there, Doc. Raining here. I just picked up a tractor, but now it's pouring rain. So, gotta be one of those days. Indoor day for the most part. Don't want to work out in the rain. That's not fun. There's James. Morning. I figured I'd stream a little and maybe the rain will stop. We'll see what happens. Mr. Keller, what's going on, brother? Anyone wants to join, feel free. This is just it's raining out and I'm bored, so I don't feel like going and cleaning up the basement, my shop yet. I'll do that a little while later, but just picked up a tractor, a Weed Eater, which is a Husqvarna tractor. Electrolux AYP, whatever. But one of the jobs for the weekend, I got about 6 jobs for the weekend. So it'll be a productive weekend. It's supposed to be nice weather out. So, but now it's crappy. It was 30 degrees this morning. It was ridiculously cold. It's warming up. It's raining. So it's kind of a rainy, crappy day. Check in Albany. There's Scott. Hold on, Scott. What's up, brother?
You awake? Hey, man, what are you doing?
Oh, where's your clothes? Come on. What are you doing?
I got clothes on. I just sit there with no shirt on. I mean, I ain't that crazy yet. I ain't a senile old man.
Yeah, Chris Pate was saying yesterday they did a teaching video or something where it was a live stream and a guy had basically his underwear on and a shirt and he got up to go to the bathroom or something. You could see his ass and everything. That was funny.
No, I don't do that. I just sit around with no shirt on.
What's the weather like up your way?
Pouring rain.
Cold, though? I mean, it was really cold here. It was like 30s this morning. It's crazy. Hey, Nikki.
It's 42.
That's about what it is here. It's supposed to go up to 50s. It's supposed to be a nice weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. The grass is growing, though. I'll tell you that. Customers are calling because the grass is growing. We had a lot of rain. Tons of rain. So.
And you guys can call me crazy. We're shutting down in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. For how long, though, Scott?
No, I mean everyone. I guarantee it. When they're doing road check, when they're checking your temperature going through toll roads.
Oh, really? Wow.
They put a scanner on you. If you're over a certain temperature, they won't let you pass.
Wow. Yeah, we got our letters the other day, our official letters that say, we're critical need defense contractor. You have to let us by and all that. So I don't know, though, if that'll, hold water if we have a temperature, but who knows?
Oh, no, they're good. New York's going to start enforcing that.
Yeah.
It's like Henry, as much as he likes bad-mouthing me sometimes, he's smart for staying in. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing, though. I looked at it the other day. He put out, how you're not supposed to put the virus and everything in your titles and any of that? He had one where it was all over the titles, and it was up there for about maybe 4 or 5 hours, then it disappeared.
Yeah, they're taking them down.
Yeah. But he had a big one all about talking about the virus, I guess it was. So his title was all over the place. But, yeah, it lasted maybe 4 or 5 hours. I'm just surprised he hasn't mentioned me anymore,
No, he keeps calling me Big Mouth. I told him he needs to. I already texted him and said, you need to cool that, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, what happened with he was going to use that Lucas treatment in the mower or something. Do you ever do that? His last video.
Yeah, he did. Said, see, it didn't work. He put too much in. And then he said, oh, it wouldn't have worked anyway. So he said, you don't run it for 5 seconds, Henry. You got to run it.
Tanks full, yeah. Yeah.
I told him that, and he expects miracles in a bottle sometimes, but
yeah. Hey, one thing I could say about Henry though, he's a definite what do you want to call it? Ad man, like branding and all that stuff. I mean, if you want to get your name out, your word out and all that, and he helps you, you'll be famous because he's great at that. As far as putting out his channel and who he is and what he does and all that, I give him that. It's just that I'm a guy who likes to fix stuff. He's a guy with like Pates and them. They like to flip stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm not a spit and polish, get it out the door. I'm like, I want it running 100% before I give it to you. So
Henry's a Band-Aid guy.
But I tell you, makes good money from what I see. And even Pates, man, they're turning crap into gold, boy. I tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tractors to sell.
Yeah, he does. But down there, though, they got the money, too. So, and I tell you, he finds the buyers. Where he is, it's a beautiful area in Long Island there. It's literally across the Long Island Sound from where I live. So it's literally 20 miles across the water from me, but about 50 miles if you got to go the Throgstone Bridge. So. Oh,
yeah, but if he tried those tractors he tried to sell them in my area for the prices he gets, he'd be laughed out of town.
Yeah. Like I said, they're basically homeowner, Walmart type stuff or Home Depot stuff, the cheaper stuff. Nikki, you're asking who's Henry? Mowers and Blowers. I'll plug his channel. He's got a great channel. I give him that. It's entertainment. He claim and I give him that. It's great entertainment. It really is, But you go to my channel. I'm trying to show someone how to do something. That's all. So.
Oh, people have learned from him, I'm sure.
Yeah. I just didn't like the comment made where someone, not him, one of his followers commented that I work out of a book and I'm charging service rates and stuff like that. You know how I got trained? This is how I got trained. I didn't get trained out of a book, But anyway, hey, Drifty, what's going on? Like I said, I'll plug his channel. I'll give him all kinds of kudos and stuff, but don't badmouth me because I want to be a good
perfectionist
person. That's all.
Just not trying to be. Hey, I do Band-Aid stuff myself. Like I told him when he changed the motor on that camper, he should have taken the air box off of that Honda and put it on there because that's a better one. One guy said, "Oh no, you should buy a Helix one." There's nothing wrong with a factory air filter. That Predator assembly is going to fall apart. It's cheap foam. The dust that goes through, it's going to fall apart. So guess what? That's why that engine won't last. You need good air filtration.
Yeah. Well, like they say, what do they say, Scott? Opinions are like buttholes. We all have one.
Yep.
So, that's all. And like I said, nothing against him, and I'll post his channel and I'll give him kudos because I love watching his videos. Sometimes they're hilarious. It's just that I like to do repairs and I like to do them the right way. That's it. I mean, nothing against anybody. We're here to help. No. That's all it is.
Nope. I like how when he goes his comment, clean your shit. You can't take it from him, There's some people that don't.
Yep. And I tell you, look at Pates. Look at Pates videos, man. He cleans these things up like brand new. Some of the stuff he does with just 99-cent paint, I'm amazed. You look at some of the stuff, it's crazy.
All I could say is this: when I tell him to use Rust-Oleum primer on the bottom of his decks, and he comments back if it was my own stuff, how many repeat customers? That's what I told him. How many repeat customers do you get?
See, with me, I've got 500-600 customers, but I may not see one for 4 or 5 years. But I don't want the call back. I don't want the call the next morning saying, "Hey, something's going on," because some people will travel honestly up to an hour to have me fix something. Some of my customers are in New York. Some of them are at the end of Connecticut or whatever. And once a year, they'll drive their crap down to have me fix it because I'm reasonable and they can trust me. It's all about trust and having a repair you can depend on. Just like me, I don't want to drop my crap off at a dealer because I just don't trust them, So
you got to get one of these things. You'll love it.
I have a green one. I've had it for a while. My kid uses it all the time for her coffee.
I put a beer. I bought yesterday 3 days ago. And I gave it the ultimate test. I put a beer in there last night and went to work. And when I came home this morning, it's still ice cold.
Now, is that the koozie one or is that? Oh, that's a koozie though, right?
No, that's the Yeti. The Colster they call it. The Rambler Colster
bottle. Okay, yeah. The one I have is like a coffee cup where you just put stuff in and put the lid on it.
Yeah, this one you unscrew the top and you can put a beer can in it or a beer bottle or a pop bottle.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's basically air insulation like they used to do in the houses years ago. Put a reflective barrier and just let the air be the insulation. So
it works.
Morning, Mason. Mason, the link should be right above there. Just don't. Mason wants to come on. I just told him no fire today. I don't want any lighters and fire. How's that? We were all getting nervous, Mason, when we saw that. The link's right there, Mason. Just click on it. I'll put it in there again. Hey, Pete, what's going on? How's everything out in the UK? I know you guys are on lockdown. I tell you one thing, Scotty, there's a lot of the videos, Mick and his buddies over there, Snobby and Dusty and Sparky. I love going on their streams. We have a great time over there. All right, James, take it easy. Good luck today, pal. I'll talk to you later on. But anywho, AJP.
That'll work good. That'll work good with my Coca-Cola glass.
What, a mason jar?
Yeah. No, that's a real glass. It's a glass shaped like a can.
Oh, there you go. That'll fit in there.
Yep.
Oh man, where's the dogs?
Laying on the floor like a flop.
All right, here comes Mason. What's up, Mason?
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Rainy day. Just one of those days. I don't feel like going outside.
Same here. It's kind of crappy out too.
Where are you located, Mason?
Iowa.
Oh, okay. So we got upstate New York, Connecticut, and Iowa.
Where you from?
Connecticut,
That's a long ways away from here.
about 10 hours. Yeah, right by the Long Island Sound next to Bridgeport. So I'm right by the Long Island Sound, Atlantic Ocean.
You live next to a railroad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, New Haven. New Haven Railroad is literally 15 minutes up the street.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Tons of New Haven. We have Amtrak. We have Metro North. We have New Haven.
Union
kinds of
Pacific?
What's that?
Union Pacific?
No. The Union is more Midwest West, I think. Up our way, we have like New York Central and Norfolk Southern and
Conrail.
Conrail, all that stuff. Yeah. East
like
Coast
my
is
train
there's only like 3 or 4 lines on East Coast.
You like my train hat?
Oh yeah, I got one of those. You got the whistle to go with it. There you go. I figured you had the whistle.
Can't go wrong with the whistle.
What do you got a layout there, Mason, or what?
No.
No. What are you just like looking at the real stuff or what?
Yeah, I've got some railroad magazines.
Do you?
I'll show it to you.
Yeah. James, that was on here before, Mr. Faust. He threw me some links to some good channels where guys do some live railroad feeds, going up grades and stuff like that. I've always loved trains ever since I was a kid. It's one of those things. What do you got up your way, Scott? What kind of railroads you got up there? Ooh, there you go. You got a lot of freight going by you, Scotty?
Oh yeah, my family's railroad all the way. My great grandfather and my grandfather both retired from the Erie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice, Mason. You do car models, Mason? You do model cars and stuff?
No.
No. I did. Oh, when I was a kid, that's all we did was 1/25th scale models. That's all we got for birthday and Christmas presents. I'd have them built by the time the family went home.
Here's the monkey's car.
George Barris. There you go. Barris Customs. Yep. I know some of the guys, you do a search for train model railroads. These guys take their whole house and make them into train layouts. Crazy.
Oh yeah, I got my grandfather's model train from the 30s.
Wow.
Really?
Is it Lionel or American Flyer or what?
American Flyer.
Oh, those they were made right here in New Haven, 15 minutes from me. AC Gilbert.
I can't find a power source for it anymore.
No, they still make them, Scott. They AC Gilbert was bought out by I think Mike's Train House, MTH. I'll send you a link, but they still make that stuff.
But yeah, I got all them.
Remember,
cool stuff.
those American Flyer trains were made by AC Gilbert, who also made erector sets. So it was the same company out in New Haven.
That needs the motor needs re-spinning.
Yeah. A lot of people around here do that stuff too. It's funny. We have a place in Danbury, Connecticut, about 25 miles from here. You're probably familiar with Danbury, and a place called Rail Works, and it's just a huge train store, model trains. That's all they do. And you walk up to the counter. I bet you if you brought that in, he'd have it rewound for you while you wait. They're just crazy into that stuff. What are you doing, Mason? Hey, Mason, we're looking at your butt. What are you doing?
Are you really?
I think that's your butt. I don't know. Oh, no, that's your chair. All right. Thought it was your butt.
That's an interesting chair.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like underwear. What was that,
It's a
fire
purple
truck?
chair.
I don't know, Scott. Youth is wasted on the young, right?
What's that?
I said, to be young again, youth is wasted on the young. Crazy.
I've got a purple chair.
Oh, man. Crazy. So, Scott, are you working later on or what? Or did you just get home?
Oh, yeah. I just got home.
Here's all my stickers.
There you go. I got to get some stickers. Someone asked me for stickers the other day. I don't have any. I got to find a place where I can get them. There must be somebody online I could ship my logo to and have them print some out.
Yeah, I got to make
Eric Houston, Snobby Scrap Picker, Joe Daddy's Garage, Jerry's Woodshop, Go-Kart's Gone Fishing, Will Patriot, Park Nest, Shade Tree Fix-It Man, Pickle Rick, and Dusty Blonde.
Yep, Snobby and Dusty, good people. Snobby's going on this afternoon at 2:00 Eastern time with Snobby's live stream.
Yeah, it's an International Harvester sticker there.
IH. You ever read the book on IH about the history of IH called A Corporate Tragedy? Great book.
Yeah, when they sold out to MTD, that went to crap.
But that was just the tractor division, though. I'm talking about IH, the whole company. When they went out, the book A Corporate Tragedy is a great read as to why the whole corporation failed. It's a really good
How about
read.
this book?
I always was told it's because they made them too good.
I tell you, forget Deere. They're the only other ones, right? Basically, and Case. Case was there. I mean, Case bought them first, right? Case IH.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in fact, up by us, there's still a Case IH dealership.
You like John Deere?
I like anything, Mason. I don't really care what it is as long as it's got a motor in it. I'm a fan of internal combustion, so I don't care what it is.
I like John Deere. My dad actually works there.
I can't wait. Can't wait to get that Boland's walk behind that I got. That I showed a couple pictures of that back. They call it a 2 1/4 horsepower, but I think it's more like a 10 in modern times.
Oh yeah, steel with iron flywheels and all that. If I have a neighbor down the street, he's got a Simplicity 23 horsepower, but it's got aluminum flywheel. I can pull him with my 10 horsepower Kohler K series because I got the big cast iron flywheel. There's just more inertia,
Well, that thing sat outside for 20 years. I just got it, and I had to drag it there because it's seized up. I'm sure it'll come undone. Just throw some oil in the cylinder.
What motor's on it? What kind of motor?
A 2 1/4 Wisconsin Robin.
Oh wow,
Not Wisconsin
cool.
Robin, but Wisconsin, the original Wisconsin.
Yeah. Now, is that got a magneto still, or is it?
It's got magneto. It's got the old big box sitting on the side of it. Those things are bulletproof. You can throw them in a river and pull it out in a year, and it's still fire.
Your Model D.
There you go. That's cool, Mason. Where you got steel on steel, where it's going to rip up the lawn. Every time you go to tractor shows, you get these guys with the steel on steel wheels, and they got to go to a certain part of the field, or else they just rip it up.
Whatever tractors are in here. The Johnny Popper.
Johnny Popper's pretty cool. I like the pony engines on the Deeres where you have to start the little engine to start the big engine. Those are pretty cool.
I don't know if Johnny Popper's in here.
I'd love to find one of those Aaron snowblowers that had a mower deck attachment for the front.
Well, any of the old Aarons, you had to buy them in two pieces. The two-wheel tractor was the back end, and you could put whatever you want on the front. In fact, I think it's Is it Toro? No, MTD put it out with Troy-Bilt now, where you could buy the base power unit in the back and buy 4 or 5 attachments for the front. It didn't really work out. It came out about 3 years ago. It never really caught on, though.
Yeah, you can still see them. I saw they got one of our lows up here marked down the peanuts.
Yeah. It's
If I
just
was gonna buy that, I like the BCA series.
Yeah, BCAs are nice. Yep, the blue ones, right? Are they blue?
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll pay.
Should I hang this somewhere?
You'll pay 10 grand for one.
Oh yeah. Hey, Drifty, what's going on, brother?
Hey, it's nice and sunny here. You want me to send it to you?
Oh, I tell you, I'm tired of rain.
Oh yeah. We've been having sweaty weather up
Should I
here.
hang this somewhere?
Thinking about buying a diesel side shaft to put on
Oh,
my
really?
lawnmower. Yeah.
Huh.
On that Sears Suburban.
Yep.
That's one thing about putting on it. But man,
I've got a-
they want $340 something for it.
Wow. Yeah, I got a 67 XL10 in my backyard that actually it ran great when I parked it. It's just been sitting there for about 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Does it run?
What's that?
What is it you have?
A Sears XL10. It's orange and white from like 1967, I think it is. I got it
Oh,
for
you
$100
might like that?
Is it a classic car?
A little older than that one.
Oh yeah.
Does it run?
Oh, it runs. Yeah, you just got to put a battery in. Tecumseh HH100.
Have you
Oh, yeah,
driven
it'll run
it?
good. It's got the Walbro carb and everything, but like anything, you let them sit for a few months, the carb goes bad. Standard stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you have to buy a new carb, and well, it's cheaper to buy a new carb.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Chinese ones, but that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
But now everyone's saying when you buy the stuff from China, wipe down the box with like alcohol or something because you never know,
Yeah. There's what kind of mine's got on it.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, put that stuff in there.
I've been trying to wire that thing for at least 2 days. And every time I try to wire it, it keeps on smoking the key switches.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
have the right. I mean, that's a magneto type, right? Not a coil.
No, it's got a coil on it.
Oh, it's got a no. But I mean, the one under the flywheel, or the one external.
No, this one's well, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not.
It was hard to. What is it? What engine is it? It was hard to see.
It's got a coil on it.
Well, no, but I'm saying it's a magneto engine, so you have to make sure you have the right ignition switch because you have the ignition switch for external coils. That way, because what happens is if you have the wrong switch, you're going to put juice to that coil and melt it.
Maybe it will happen to it then.
Yeah. No, what happens is you have to buy a magneto ignition switch. If you buy an electric ignition switch, it'll put juice to that lead and you'll fry that magneto and lose all your spark.
Oh, well, see, it had the original switch, but I put a different engine on it. The frame itself has got the original switch, but I put that engine on it.
Now, did that originally have the switch where you started with the key or with the push button?
It had a push button.
Yeah, see, that's why you got to watch that switch because normally on those, all you're doing with the switch is killing the magneto to ground to shut it off. That's all you're doing.
Oh, well, see, it's got like a regular starter on it.
Yep. What, starter generator or Bendix starter? It's hard to see.
A Bendix starter.
Okay. Yeah, so you got the starter solenoid, so you need the switch that's going to go to the solenoid to energize the Bendix drive. So you got to make sure, all you're doing is putting power to that, and that's going to just connect the battery lead to the starter. So fairly simple, but you need the right ignition switch. What you have there, you got to watch though, because you need something where when you hit it into the S position or start, it puts power to the solenoid, so the solenoid energizes the Bendix, and then when you turn it off, it's supposed to ground that magneto to shut the engine off. But there's 3-4 different types of switches. You got to make sure you have the right one.
Yeah. Well, I thought about just putting that engine on something else and getting a diesel for that one. Like Fearless Front's got on his.
Yep.
That's one thing about putting on that one, and putting 4-wheel tires and spindles on it.
What's cool about the diesels too is a gallon of fuel lasts you all day.
Yeah, I know, right? That one right there, man, it goes quick.
Oh yeah, my friend, they put one of those Chinese diesel, whatever the hell it was, and he put it on his engine. He put a gallon of gas in. He drove for like 7 hours. I was like, holy cow, crazy. Oh, we lost Scott.
Well, see, I want to do it right the first time, so I don't have to redo it.
Yep. Oh, it looks like. Okay.
But that's what I'm wanting to do with it, and I got a big smokestack already on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Mr. Stanley Brand. Hey, Stanley, everyone's been talking to me about the stream last night, how basically it was the Stanley Brand show.
I'm going to have to get off here. I got to take my dog.
All right, Mason. Hey, you have a good day.
See you, brother.
We'll be on. We'll be on and off.
Later.
Take care, Mason.
But that's what I'm working with right now. I still got that go-kart. I'm thinking about, putting a reverse kit in.
Mm-hmm.
Which I got to give to me, but man, it's going to have a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy we got it off of, he cut everything in the rear end. So I'm having to redo the whole rear end. And they ain't no brake system on it, so I'll have to go through and get me a brake system put on it too.
Mm-hmm. I put on the link, so if anyone else wants to come up, it's just me and Drifty right now. But are you working today, Drift, or what's going on?
Nah, I took off today, and then I got a little mini bike I'm working on too.
Oh, there you go.
It's one of them Baja mini bike things.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna make it look like an actual motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna order some stuff and brake lights and stuff, and I'm gonna make it look like an actual motorcycle. I got too many projects.
Oh, tell me about it. I've got probably 13, 14 Kohler K-Series engines in my shop under my bench wall waiting to be rebuilt, because I used to do it a lot for people that restored Cub Cadets and John Deeres and stuff like that. They'd call me up, Kenny, I need a K301. So I'd build one for them, paint it what they wanted, and sell it to them.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, no one's into it anymore. I mean, you go back 10, 15 years ago, my God, you could ask your own price. Nowadays, nobody cares. Nobody. The kids, especially. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 years. All of us are going to be dead, and then there's no one to carry it on. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Well, most of the young kids like them video games.
Yeah.
That's like, around here, that's all they want to do is video games.
Yeah. I tell you, when I was younger, we had like Asteroids and Defender and stuff like that back in like the early 80s, but I never got into all this Xbox and all. I just never got into it. I'd rather turn wrenches and have something fire up,
Well, see, I go do what I need to do during the day. Then, at a certain time of the night, then I start gaming. I don't see nothing wrong with that. As long as I don't stay up all night on it. Get what I'm saying, and then not work the next day.
Yep. Matt Olson was on the other day playing tanks, I guess, with his kid, and I tell you, the graphics and everything they have nowadays. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's like you're really there.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is with Xbox One. That Forza 4, man, it's awesome. Looks like real cars, drifting.
Yep. Yeah, my youngest just bought the newest Xbox, and now she's looking for that. Was it Nintendo? What's the newest thing out there? Nintendo or something?
Nintendo Switch. Yeah, we got one.
Yeah. What is that? Like a little handheld or something?
It's a handheld game. It's about like a Game Boy, but it's weird looking.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, the games are high for them little things. But I mean, you can buy them at Walmart cheaper sometimes.
Can you? Well, it's funny. My kid started working with me where I worked and doing second shift, making good money too. So I figured, he'd reward himself. So I'd go out and buy it. Can't find him. Whenever I couldn't find him. But what my youngest played hockey for the high school, and you should see these hockey games on these. It looks like it's real players, like you're watching a real game. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, it's like I was telling my wife, one day they'll take a scan your face and you'll have your character have your face.
Yep. Oh yeah. You pick something that's close to you, or do you scan
something similar? Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking. I've been playing that. It's on PS4. It's called Car X, the drifting game. Oh, okay. Man, that thing is awesome. And
Now you have all the who was it? I think it was it.
I got one. I got a steering wheel.
Okay, because I don't know if it was you or someone else was showing us they bought a steering wheel and the pedals and all that stuff. Where
That was me.
Okay, we can seal everything. And
yeah, $500 I paid for that thing.
That's a
And
tractor.
now I look, huh?
That's a tractor.
Not around here, it ain't.
Yeah.
But now I went and looked at it. The same place I bought it from. They're wanting $1,400 for it.
Holy cow!
I'm like, dude, I just went and paid $500 for this, and now they're wanting $1,400
Well, yeah, but you know why? Where's everybody
Why?
now? At home.
at home. Yep.
That's it. I'm telling you, the market prices, supply and demand. Everybody's home now, cooped up. What are they going to do? They're going to buy video games.
Yeah.
Yep. Unreal. Here's the link, everybody. Whoever else wants to come on up. Being Drifty or lonely, we need some company. But anyhow,
But yeah, I mean, them games are awesome.
What do you do for a living, Drift?
I work on cars and lawnmowers. I'm a self-employed
Okay.
because I can't get along with bosses.
Hey, not for nothing. I'm a boss, so sorry.
Well, no, I mean the ones I've been, working for, they get up. I mean, if you accidentally do something wrong, they're 2 inches from your face.
Oh yeah. Well, see, where I work at the union shop, so I can't even say HELL or anything, or else I'll go in the lockout.
Yeah.
So.
And well, he got 2 inches from my face, and I'm about ready to deck him. I was like, I'm gonna quit before I knock you across the room.
Yeah. But that's the way it was. You go back to the 50s and 60s, a manager, a supervisor come up to you like this, you better do this. And that's the way it was. It was called fear management. And that's the way it was for years. But now, with all, I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm just saying with all liberal and all the stuff, it's, you got to be nice. You got to be, you don't offend anybody. Don't, whatever. But whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, then I worked at Walmart, and man, I had 6 pallets put up in one night. I just got a job there. I worked there maybe 2 weeks, and they gave me 6 pallets put up in one night.
Now, night crew?
Night shift. I don't see anybody putting 6 pallets up in one night.
Wow. Yep. I did the grocery store thing. I didn't do it at night, but still, I get what you. We had the night crew come in. They would load up hundreds of pallets in the aisles, expect it all to be done the next morning.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. And see, me, I like working at my own pace. That's another reason why I can't, you have a boss.
Yep.
And see, when I work on a car, I don't, just put it together and let it go out the door. I put it together and check it twice, sometimes 3 times before it goes out the door.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing. I was talking to someone the other day. We were saying how when I do a repair, me and Scotty were talking how I'm not the type where it's like a taillight warranty. I mean, yeah, there's no warranty. You're repairing something. It's a lawnmower, yada, yada. But I don't want the call back. I don't want the guy to call me the next morning and say, this and that. Or I don't want to be up at 3 a.m. Did I tighten that? So I make sure, I'll put in the extra time, make sure it's right. But like I said, I don't want the reputation where someone says, yeah, he's got fair prices, but yeah, it's quality. I want perfect quality,
Yeah, he's like a Band-Aid doctor.
Yeah. And I tell you, Band-Aid's okay for certain things, but like I said, a guy travels 40, 50 minutes to come see me. I don't want to hear from him saying, oh, I got to drive an hour to come see you. So I don't need that.
Well, see what I do. I either let them bring it to me or I go to them.
Yeah, I've done that too. I do a lot on the road. In fact, pickup and delivery is a service I offer, but I have customers. I have one guy in South Salem, New York, which is literally about 55 minutes from me. I'll actually go there once a year and spend the whole day doing all his power equipment. And he pays me good money, buys me lunch and everything, but he just would rather trust someone on his property. He's got a full machine shop and everything, and I just spend the day. So, and I've got a few customers like that where they would rather just see you there and they'll pay you for it. So I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got regulars that come, and then I got some regulars that have me go to there, but they pay good. So, that's the way I like it.
when you go to a place, though, I know when I do small engine repair on the road, what do you bring with you? You know what I'm saying? So if you know the customer and you've done it before, then you know what to expect, what filters to bring, what tools to bring, all that stuff. But I go with some guy and I'm like, give me the model number, give me everything so I could research it. But now you're spending the time, you're researching what it is, you're researching what the parts are, what wrenches you need, what tools you need. Because damn, if I travel a half hour and I'm missing a tool, I've done this where I've been out to the customer and then I drive to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy a wrench or something. I don't have a 19 millimeter with me or something. I did it's funny. I went out to sharpen a guy's blades one time. He didn't trust anybody. He goes, come to my house and sharpen my blades and I'll pay you $50. I said, okay. So I drove out to his house. It was some ungodly 27 millimeter. It was some weird size. So luckily my kid was working at Home Depot at the time, which was up down the road. I said, just for the heck of it, do you have this size socket? And he said, oh yeah, I got it. So he left work, came to get, drop it off in mine. But I'm like, what do you do in a case like that? I'm sitting there, I got my Milwaukee gun, but not the right socket. The thing's up on my ramps on the back of my truck, and I'm dead in the water.
If not,
Crazy.
you would have been up the creek without that paddle.
That switch you're trying to wire there, you know what it probably is?
What's that?
It's an old Cub Cadet.
No, it's a Sears Suburban.
Same idea. A lot of them had the ignition, just a key switch that went to the on position, a push button.
Yeah, that's what he had. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what that one was, and then I think somebody switched it before I got it.
You know what makes a great? You know where you can get a great push button switch? It works great.
Walmart.
Nope. They sell them even cheaper than that.
No,
The high beam switch.
High low beam switch for the floor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only thing though with that though, Scott, is the high low beam is constant on and all that. You really want a momentary.
That or you can buy a
What's up, Bruce?
oil cut a power cutoff switch like they use on a battery, the on off switch for a battery. Flip the switch, it turns on. When you're done, you flick it off.
Yeah. Like a kill
Mason,
switch.
hey Mason, I'm not ignoring you. I know Bruce wanted to come up, and there's issues with the Wi-Fi is cutting in and out a little, so I'll be back to you in a little bit. I'm not ignoring you. I just wanted Bruce to come on because we haven't heard from him in a while. What's up there, Bruce?
Well, if he wants to come up, I can leave.
No, but just you get more than 4, it starts to get a little choppy. That's all.
Well, I mean, I need to go to town anyways to get some stuff, and then I'll be on your next live stream, brother.
All right, no problem. Thanks for stopping by.
Don't leave on account
love
of
you,
me.
brothers. Bye.
See you.
This is my first live stream with you, Ken.
See, it is absolutely. I feel honored, Mr. Pender.
I
I
saw
saw
that guy. That's my favorite Canadian.
I
I'm
was
in
watching your
my
video this morning, Bruce, and I was like, "Snow? What the hell's that?"
freeze and cold, eh?
Oh yeah, -7 to us. Holy cow, that's
You guys
nuts.
like my videos?
Oh, absolutely, Mason.
How you doing, buddy?
A new one.
I look like Hugh Hefner this morning.
Well, I was going to say, I sort of thought of like an old Russ Meyer movie, but I don't think you're into that.
Hey, baby.
There you go. So what's up? Now you're what? 2 hours different, Bruce?
It is 8:52.
Okay, 10:52 here. Yep, 2 hours. Now you're what? Above Oregon? Is that where you are? Montana?
Montana, 9-hour drive to Helena. So
Are you from England?
Canada,
No, he's up in Canada, Mason.
Western Canada.
Western Canada.
He's what
What
we call
province is
down
that?
here the redneck redneck English man.
No, it's called Crimson Around the Collar. It's not redneck.
I'm
Now-
from New York, so we call him redneck.
Now, Bruce, is your province like a French derivation, or what is it?
No, the only French province we have, although we have other French communities, is Quebec,
right?
which is
Yeah,
east
that's
of
right.
Ontario. We have them,
Yeah, above
And
Niagara
like-
Falls.
but here in Alberta, we have a French community called Belmont, or Beaumont, excuse me. And I just woke up, and so mostly English and disgruntled Westerners.
Hey, I got a hat to show you guys.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Let me go upstairs to my room.
So what do you got cooking today, Bruce? Just more snow cleaning or just relaxing?
Well, I thought I'd bring out that old green stalwart tiller now that I can get to the shed.
Mhm.
I'd like to paint it. I still have a little more work to do on the turnbuckle and the floppy handlebars. Because believe it or not, I'll be gardening in a month. I'll be gardening in a month.
Oh, look at Mason's hat. Holy cow, that's a mouthful
Oh.
up there.
That's why he asked if I was British.
You got to show that to Mick when Mick comes on.
Get down
looks
and
like-
dirty with Mick.
Ain't
Bill.
that something?
Oh yeah.
That'd be a good fishing hat.
Hey, Steve Thoreau's asking you where you're from, Bruce.
Red Deer, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah, I think I'd get lost in that hat. Holy cow.
What? My aunt and uncle live in Alberta.
Pardon me?
My aunt and uncle live in Alberta, Canada.
Well, there's 3 million of us.
What is
They
there,
got
like
tired
4
of New
provinces,
York.
Bruce?
There's 10, and that's just
Oh,
in the
okay.
south. And that's just in the south. And then in the north, we still have the territories. Remember, like back in history when Montana and Dakotas were territories? We have 3 territories: Yukon, Northwest Territory, and oh my God, Inuvit or something like that. Yeah, they're all First Nations communities mostly. And my goal is to go fishing up there
Oh, cool.
because it's as far north to there as it is for us to get to Toronto east. It's a
They call
Oh,
this
we-
my British hat.
yes, very very nice. Yeah.
Now, what? Toronto's west of you, right, Bruce?
East.
Oh, east. Okay. What's Toronto
Yeah.
above, like Michigan?
Yeah, Toronto is just above Windsor, Detroit, just
Okay.
north of there. And I'm right up against the mountains. We are kind of Canada's Denver.
Yeah, that's
You know
my
how
British.
how Denver is huddled
Yep.
up against the mountains and weather's always bad.
Yep.
That's like, if they get snow, you get snow in Denver first. But we're further north, so it's exaggerated. And Denver's mile high. We are about 3,500 feet high in elevation.
Wow. Now, do you think that elevation affects your power equipment at all with the less dense air, or what?
Yeah, my LX178 John Deere with the twin
Mhm.
cylinder liquid cooled.
Yep.
I had to do a medium jet in that, not a sea level jet.
Hmm.
So I probably do end up turning stuff in just a bit. There's only a 1.5% difference in oxygen here as on the sea level, but that's actually substantial when you're breathing and when
Sure.
you're running machines, right?
Well, they talk about athletes too. They train in Denver and then they come down here and they're like power equipment. They're like, woo.
Yeah. Super modified.
What do I do with my
Oh yeah,
shoes?
oxygen rush. There you go.
Yeah. So I saw you on and I thought I got to get on Ken's stream because I haven't done it yet. It's always at the wrong time. And we slept in this morning. We were watching Netflix last night.
You're
Oh, I
so
love
am-
Netflix.
I'm gonna get a beard trim here. I haven't had this cut since I was in Mexico in January.
Well, I tell you, Bruce, a few weeks ago, I was getting my hair cut, and I said, you know what? It was 60 degrees. I said, I'm getting rid of this thing. And then the next day, it's 30. And I was like,
Right.
what the heck?
So we
I
can't
did-
even we can't even get a haircut here.
Is this an Indian
Well,
No.
motorcycle?
Hey, Mason, what's that little Pontiac, right, Bruce? Looks like a Pontiac.
It does.
Yeah, it looks
Looks
like a
like
Pontiac.
Looks like a Strato Chief.
Yeah, Pontiac or Pierce Arrow, but it looks like
I
Pontiac.
even got this picture.
Well,
Very
the way I get my hair cut, Bruce, I have a 78-year-old guy. Oh, there you go. There's Pontiac logo. Yeah. I have a 78-year-old man, Dominique, and he's been cutting my hair for 26 years. And he used to work at the shop I worked at, and they would let him cut hair every Wednesday at lunchtime. They gave him a little room. He cut hair. Well, they had to lay him off because Machine Tool was kind of lousy back before the recession of 2008. So they had to let him go. So now he cuts hair out of his basement. He's got a little shop down there, but it's funny. He's from Italy initially, and his brother over there is like all shut in because all the stuff's happening in Italy.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
are here now too.
But I feel bad for him because, like I said, he's almost like family to me, almost like a dad. And I pay him probably twice what I should, but you know what? Hey, I'm trying to help the guy out. He's late 70s, him and his wife, unemployed, Social Security. You got to do what you got to do.
The
But
gentleman
I'll tell you
that
one
works
thing though.
Go ahead.
His yard, his garden, like park-like grounds. I mean, he'll trim the grass with a scissor. It is beautiful. And the tomatoes and the grapes. I always get a bottle of wine and some dried meat when I get my hair cut. So it's always fun going over there.
What's
Yeah.
a scissor?
They
Are you
shut
talking
the
about lawn clippers that you push.
Scissors to cut hair.
Actually, you know, it's funny. If you look, I don't know. I think I posted a picture of it. I think I have it on my phone. He actually uses a straight razor, which scared the hell out of me, but it cuts darn close, you know. But I took a picture because everyone was asking me, nobody uses a straight razor anymore. I said, this guy's 78 years old. He grew up on a straight razor, you know. Where's the picture? I should have a picture of him in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go.
What part of this is broke?
Here's, oh, let me
Hold
get
on.
this. Hold on one second. Let me get in there, blow it up. Oh, that's him. Oh, with the straight razor.
Oh,
All right, Dominique, my buddy. That was when I had my beard. So he said, I'll take that off for you. I was okay. So that was fun.
yeah, we just ordered a razor. Look, I wear out clippers because this is like a Brazilian forest, right? And I wear out. Oh, the razors just wear out. And
Yeah.
so anyway, I just ordered another one coming Monday. My wife ordered a good pair of scissors. We're gonna make a scary video. Yes, cutting each other's hair. Now that
By
the
the time
world,
they let the barbers open up here, there's going to be a lot of hairy people around here.
yeah, and, now that the world knows who Trudy is, because everybody met Trudy on the night of the chalk walk in Mexico, right? She just had her hair done and she looked really cute. She's walking up and everything. It was really cute. So that's how the world met Trudy, was on the sidewalk chalker.
I
I
tell
don't
you,
think I could fly there to get a haircut, though.
No, you couldn't fly anywhere. You can't fly anywhere.
yep. I tell you one thing though. You talk about haircuts. My oldest daughter, when she had chemo and all that stuff when she was younger, in high school, and no, it's doing well now. 8 years clean, so thank God for that. But anyway, when she had her first chemo, I went to Dominic and I said, "Take it off." He goes, "What? Take it off." I said, "When her hair comes back, I'll grow mine." But I tell you, I loved it. You know, he had the a clipper with a 1/4-inch plastic thing, and took him 3 minutes to cut my hair, and it was like I loved it. You know, winter it was a little cold, but you know, and I did that for about 2.5 years, and then I started growing it back. And everyone's always telling me, "You got fake hair. You don't have real hair." No, I mean, my father didn't give me a lot of money or anything, but he gave me hair, so that's one thing I got. So, but I tell you, I miss having the crew cut because it was fun. It was you didn't have to worry about waking up and your hair's all colicky and all that. You wake up and it is what it is, you know. So I missed that.
I ain't doing that. I look like a bald mouse when I was in the military. I don't want to do that again.
Well,
Well,
it's
you
funny
sir?
the way my hair is. Even though I got a lot of hair, when you do it like a crew cut, I look like Richard Nixon with that little thing in the center, you know. So that was the only thing. Other than that, you know. Yeah, you had that little loop in the center, you know. But
What do they call that? A flat top?
no, it wasn't a flat though. It just when I did the crew cut though, the shape of it was like this, you know. You had like this little hump in the middle, like there was no hair right here, but there's a little bit in the middle, you know.
Cool.
So, anywho,
But I could get a load. I could get a load with my truck and go up there and get a haircut.
there you go. Drop some stuff off at Bruce. See, Bruce, every morning I have my 24 ounces of Java.
It's not called Java. It's called Liquid Love. It's the beverage that loves you back.
I tell you, this Green Mountain is the one that it's a mobile gas station down my street. For $1, you get any size you want, and you get a free refill. And it's like, how can you beat that for $1? And every 5th one or 6th one, you get one free. So I can't beat it.
We're not even allowed to leave the house.
Really? Yeah, well, I tell you what, though, there's nobody on the road. There's
Well,
absolutely
no, it was by law because we were in quarantine because we were in Mexico for 3 months, and then we got off the plane 2 weeks ago today, and today was our original come home date. I just mentioned that in your comment of your last video, or you commented on mine or something.
Yeah, you had an emergency plane take you back, right? Like a rescue plane.
Well, yeah, it didn't feel like an emergency because at that end it was busy, but I tell you, at the Calgary end, it was awful. We were mixed in with people from all over the world. And we were only a foot away from them, and the cattle lines went back and forth. And I said to Trudy, "If we catch it, this is where we're going to catch it."
Well, even around in our shop or whatever, we don't have honestly for 8,000 people in a shop like mine, the number of people that actually have it, they were all people that traveled. It wasn't from here. It was all people that were in Europe and all over the place.
Right.
Most of them, you know. So it's being on the airplanes and being in the airports and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
can't.
we did not. We didn't catch it. We're good. 2 weeks
Well,
today, right?
Just check your temperature. If you start to get the temperature, then you gotta
2 weeks today. We've been in a bubble. We've had our groceries delivered to the front step, and then they walk away, and then we pick them up and write them home. And they've done a good job here in Canada. We've only had a few hundred deaths. So that's good.
Well, they say the hot weather's going to kill it, but up your way, it must be the cold weather freezing it, you know?
Well, if the hot weather's good, they say the hot weather will kill it, but if that's the case, now how come Florida's got more cases and
Oh,
that,
Well,
it's all
it's because they got all the older people down there.
it's the winter visitors too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they said, did you hear the other day? They said Europe, 90% of the people in Europe that died or got it were above 60. So it was
Right.
definitely, age related too.
But you know, if we had a 30-year-old here pass away,
Well, we had a 6-month-old baby.
that one made the news here.
Yeah, in Connecticut. Yeah, shame.
Anyway,
yeah, Mexico's a cheap place to visit.
I heard yesterday that over 5,100 people in the States have passed.
Yeah, yeah. In our state, it's only like 200 or 300, but I think New York is getting clobbered, New York City and stuff.
Yeah, we're at
Well, in
100.
our area, people are saying our area is getting clobbered, Fairfield County, because it's all people that work in New York City, but they live up here by me. Because we're
Well,
only
I don't.
out.
Two problems down in the States, pardon me, but one of them is that not every state has shut their doors down and forced people to stay home. Like there's
Yeah.
still about 30 states or 20 states left.
Yep.
And another one is that you have competing healthcare systems.
Oh, the hell.
Like we have one healthcare system, and
Yeah.
the prime minister took over the whole thing and said we are going to manage this, all 10 provinces and 3 territories as one, and we'll see. We there's no telling for another month yet, right?
Yeah.
Cost
there's
of
good-
living, though.
That's a whole other conversation.
It is.
My aunt and uncle live up there. Said their cost of living's too high. That's the only thing they don't like about it.
Well, it is and it isn't. Like we have strange, like gas is like $3 a gallon, that kind of stuff. But if you own a home up here, you can't deduct your income, your interest off your income tax.
Mhm.
So everybody,
Can't-
you can. So everybody just pays off their house when they're in their, well, they try it when they're in their 30s and 40s. They just haul ass and pay off their house.
Yeah.
But if you inherit money from your mom and dad, which hasn't happened to me yet, we don't have an inheritance tax.
Oh, wow.
That's a big one. Like
Absolutely.
let's say your rich aunt dies and leaves you $1 million, you don't have to pay tax on that. So
Oh, my God.
So
Down here, they want every dime. It's crazy.
I know. So I think we have a similar standard of living. We do live in smaller houses because our houses are so expensive to heat.
Well, Bruce, in my area, if you wanted to buy a half-acre property, it's about $500,000 just for the property.
That's what we would pay for a half-acre property here, but it would be Canadian dollars, which would be 380 for you.
Yep.
Our dollar's about $1.35.
Yeah. The only thing I hate about where I am is, I've got 1,000 square foot home basically on a quarter acre, a little more than a quarter acre, and property tax, $7,000-8,000 a year. That's crazy.
And we pay
Holy
$2,400.
crap!
We pay $2,400. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like we have higher taxes and stuff,
Yeah.
but we also don't have higher taxes. So you have to be able to live. So the government has to, somehow you have to have that money in the bank to pay your shit.
It's cheap
The
to
only
visit Mexico, though.
Yeah. The only good thing I can say about around here, though, Bruce, is there's enough areas where you can find something to match what you make. I mean, you don't have to live in the $1 million home, but you don't have to live in the $200,000 home either. But
Right.
You're more picking your neighborhood and your school system because and the police department. You want a safe neighborhood for kids and you want a good school system. But once the kids are gone, boom. It's like, okay, I've done that. I paid the high taxes. I've
Mhm.
done it. Now it's time to get out.
There's
Well,
only-
we have go ahead. I'm sorry, sir.
No, you're all right. It said the safe neighborhood. That there's only one way to have a safe neighborhood, called Smith and Wesson.
You know what? I have never seen a handgun.
What do you mean?
We
Up
don't
close?
have them up. We don't have them in Canada.
What do you mean you don't have?
You have to get a handgun. You have to have a special license, and then you're only allowed to transport it between your home and the range. You're not allowed to carry it around. You can't. Yeah, so people just don't own them. I have I have a lot of long guns, like
Yeah.
30
Well, you know what? The long guns will do the job too. So,
but we don't have. I've only seen a handgun on the hip of a policeman.
wow.
And
Well,
that's
around
something.
here, it's like,
And we don't. And to be honest with you, we don't have the shootings. I'm sorry to say.
yeah.
Because you can't stick a 30-06 down your pant leg. Well, that's another thing we could talk about all day, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I
That's
mean
for-
just for the house. I that's what I tell people. It's just, I got weapons for defense around the house. I mean, like Ken said, a 22 will defend your home. I laugh at people that say they gotta have an AR-15. Hey, I don't care. I mean, like, you remember the show The Rifleman?
Yeah,
Chuck
He had
Connor.
an
I
He
have.
had
A,
the
yeah,
1892. It was called the 1892 Winchester.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but it-
own.
well, it had the big hoop on it, not like my 18 model 94, which has the small handle.
I actually have that gun.
Wow, with the big hoop?
Yep,
Wow.
it was
Yeah, I
my
love
grandfather.
that show when he kept on click, 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 click.
I can't
And he
fire
would
like
do
that. I can't fire like that, but I'll tell you what, I can flip it back. If believe me,
Well,
if
it
someone
had-
comes to my house and I flip that back, they're gonna run.
It had to
If they-
it had to be plastic because he was rolling it around like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, that was real metal.
Yeah.
But still, if you walk into my house and I flip that back and like that, get ready to fire, I'm quite sure you're gonna turn around and decide that ain't the house to rob.
Well, just like a shotgun, someone walks in your house and they hear, they're gonna be like, "Excuse me." So
Anyway, they're going to
My
do it
father
when you're.
uses a black powdered rifle, believe it or not. He's pulled it out once in 30 years.
Wow.
He's pulled it out. And it wasn't even loaded, but some kid, I was a teenager. He walked in, saw that, and he said, "Oh, I got the wrong house." He said, I thought that was my house. I mean, we knew he was lying through his teeth, but he ran up the street so fast. It was, we just didn't do nothing. It was just so funny. I mean, he had no idea what it was, but when you're looking at a Revolutionary War style gun point at you, you ain't gonna stop and ask what it is.
Well, I
he
chained my. Ken saw how I chained my property down when I got home, and that works pretty good because it takes time. And then the vehicles are
they
in.
want to be in and out fast.
Yeah, and the vehicles are in the way, so they can't even back the tractor out because they can't start the vehicles because the batteries are disconnected. And all that can be changed, but it's going to take him an hour even to get in there.
Yeah.
Locks
Well, it's like
are
when
for
I,
honest people.
when I have a ton of power equipment I'm working on outside, of course, in front of my garage, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I'm leaving. There's nobody here. I parked the vehicle like this because I have walls on the side, so it blocks. So
Yeah,
they
you
can't-
have a
can't take it
retaining.
out. No,
You have a retaining wall.
I retaining wall on one side, and on the other side, it used to be a retaining wall, but it deteriorated over the years. So now it's just like overgrowth, But still, they're not going to drag a piece of power equipment that weighs 400 pounds 6 feet up,
Right.
to get it out. But like you said, Bruce, if you have a vehicle in there, they'll hot start it or whatever. So you got to disconnect the battery or do something because there's a will, there's a way. They'll try and find it.
And then I bolt my doors, and I've got that hook so you can't grab the emergency release.
Yeah, well, it's funny you talk about that. I did that one by mistake. I put the crossbar in my electric door opener, to keep the door locked. I forgot I had it in there, so I hit the button. No, the bottom panel went. I forgot. I was in Europe or something on business. I come home. I go, let me open the garage door, and I just see the lower panel just starting to buckle as the thing's trying to pull it up.
Yeah.
But,
Well, last year I came home and I forgot I had the bolts in track, and I hit the button and the whole thing was just like stop.
yeah, mine had so much torque it literally ripped the door into a V shape. Yeah.
And then on the at the back side of the alley where the big gate is, where the RV used to be, which is where I put my tractors now, that I have a piece of wood and I just run screws through into the main gate so that they can't steal the tractor.
Well, like you said, Bruce, they want to be in and out like that.
Right.
Yeah, locks are for honest people. That's why a true thief would do the work.
Yeah, but these guys are tweakers, right? They're just looking for something to sell and get their next fix. Oh, gotta go.
Around,
Hang on.
around our area, they're like anytime there's a door
Hello?
open, looking for the quick change and all that stuff, you know.
Hi, Diane.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, but because we had what they called them gypsies, they would get off the highway because my mother lives right on the parkway there, and her backyard is the parkway. So they would jump off, try and rob a car or a house, run back on the parkway. Car would get them, they'd be off. So you'd never get them, you know.
Yeah, I know it. That's the problem living like that.
But she's got decent piece of property. Though. That's the thing. Her backyard, you can play football and whatever, you know. Mine, I think you could probably play badminton. That's about it. You don't have enough room for anything else.
Why? How big's your lot?
80 by 160 is the whole lot. So it's 0.29 acres. That's it.
Wow. I got my lots. I think
Sorry.
about 400 feet. 400 feet. My lot's 400 feet wide and to 418 feet deep.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I would love to have property. Where I am, it's too expensive.
that was a call. Somebody just offered to go and pick some stuff up at the grocery store for us. Isn't that nice?
Oh, there you go. Nice.
So,
Yep.
yeah, you're talking about your lots.
Well, he asked me, I told him, I said, I don't really have a big lot. He asked, my lot is 80 by 160, which is 0.29 acres.
That's a good size. Yeah.
It's okay. And then I've got woods in the back, which is like 30 feet of woods. But the only open area in my backyard, it's enough to play badminton probably, but you can't play football or anything, I'd like to have it where you could, play Frisbee and whatever,
Yeah,
just have some.
We have that. I have a pie shape at the end of a cul-de-sac, and it's 30 at the front and 160 at the back and 110 deep. So it's probably a similar square footage to your lot.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's enough where a little lawn tractor, you have a little bit of fun, and I've got a little bit of woods where I can do compost and stuff like that. I wanted to buy a house that had some kind of woods just for grass clippings and stuff like that.
We just took ours out last year. Did you see that? The removal of our spruce trees?
Oh, yeah. You were saying the guy that was way up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You and your neighbor did like a joint thing, didn't you?
Well, he did one. We liked it so much, we hired the guy back, and then I did a video for him.
Yep.
It was $350 a tree.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, that is cheap.
Yeah, around here, oh my gosh, they charge. But you know what? It's safety. You're paying a guy to go up 80 feet.
I can drop a tree, right? And I can drop a tree pretty accurately because I used to live out west. But I just might happen to land on the neighbor's house, and then I'm in for an insurance claim and a blah blah blah. And he climbs up and cuts them at 4 feet. He limbs it and then just goes chunk.
Yeah. Did he just drop those? Right? He didn't use the rope. He just dropped them, right?
He just drops the 3 foot section down onto the ground.
Well, that's like one guy, August Henneke. I watch him a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. He's good.
Oh, I love his stuff. Him and the human guy. They're
August is no kid.
Oh no! But August, the equipment he has, holy cow, unbelievable. Yeah.
No, the reason why my lot's so big is because all our lots are normally 50 feet by 418. But my neighbors got tired of mowing on either side of me, so I basically bought their back lots from them.
Oh, okay.
And the next door neighbor, about 5 to the other side of me, his wife had cancer, so he murdered his wife and then shot himself and then burned the house down. So I got that's how I got that lot.
Little history there.
Kind of like a Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
No, he was 89 years old. His wife got terminal cancer, and he said, "I'm not going to live without my wife." And he shot her and shot himself, and then set the house on fire because he said, "Screw the state of New York. I'm not giving him anything but a cleanup."
Well, I don't know if I want to live if I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
So we have that agreement.
Yep. The non-resuscitate order.
Yes, it's in writing, in a box.
Yeah. Why would you want to be on a plug?
Yeah. Some people will hang on no matter what, though.
Yeah, but why? What do you just?
Well, it's their decision, but it ruins the family.
But you're technically gone, so what's the sense, right?
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm gonna slip out thank you very much for having me in. And I'm going to let my wife sleep a little bit more. She's just in the bedroom next door here, so she's probably hearing this. But thanks a lot, Ken. And nice
I'm going to
meet-
cut it
nice
off now.
to meet-
But remember, Snobby's going on at 2 p.m. my time, so that's in about 3 hours.
Right.
So if you want to hit Snobby's, he'll be on. I'm sure Mick will be on there. But Snobby always has a good stream. His wife Dusty, it's always fun.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take off because it's been over an hour. So it's been a fun stream. We had some good conversation. So thank you all for joining.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed anyways and roll for the night.
All right, guys. Take care. Be safe, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.